Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie video. Today we'll be ranking the Wrong Turn franchise. I know this has been a long ride with everyone, but I hope you guys can still enjoy it regardless. So without further ado, let's get into the ranking. So I took a while to think about this and I'm finally posting the video. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start off with my ranking. So number 7 is my least favorite film in this franchise, and this thing pissed me the hell off. And that's going to be Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines. Fuck this movie, bro. Like, it was so bad. Doug Bradley was probably the only actor that did a good performance, or at least decent performance. Everybody else was shitty. I hated this. It looked cheaply made. You could literally see parts of the city street where they blocked it off with a truck because they didn't have enough budget to film the whole street. And it was so stupid. The hillbillies themselves, they looked so bad. They looked nothing like they did in the original, films. And Three Finger was so annoying in here, and the kills weren't even that good, to be honest with you. And then to top it all off, the ending where it made you feel terrible for watching it, no. If a horror movie makes you feel terrible for watching it, you've got issues. Whoever made this film, they've got issues. So yeah, this film was not good. I think enough has been said. I'm not gonna spend my time on this piece of shit. Not too far above that, we've got a film that can honestly be described as Wrong Turn the Porno. I think you know where I'm going with this. And it is, without a doubt, the weirdest wrong turn I've ever watched. And it's another prequel film, just like Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines. These two are both prequels. And this film is Wrong Turn 6 Last Resort. Like, what the hell, man? Like, this movie was so just weird, honestly. And I don't see how people can enjoy this. It was like, if you're into pornos, maybe. But, I mean, there were so many sex scenes in here, it literally made me uncomfortable watching it. It was just so disturbing to watch. And then where they try to tie in this whole cult thing, nah, get out of here. Like, most of the characters were forgettable, and Danny was an asshole. Halfway through the film, he just became a douchebag asshole. And him being revealed to be part of the family thing, no. Like, what the hell? And then you had this horny bitch who was just, constantly wanting to have sex with him. And it was, this film makes me feel uncomfortable just talking about it. If you're looking for kills, this has kills, but other than that, you're not gonna have a good time watching it. The hillbillies, not too much better performance than 5. So yeah, this comes in my 6th place spot. Not a great film either. Ignore this. Okay, now we're going to my number 5 pick, and I had doubts on this film, and it kind of dropped lower after watching the rest of these films in the franchise. And that's going to be, well, from here on out, this is where, the films get at least watchable to, very good. From here on out, I don't mind watching these films. But this is my number 5 spot, and that's going to be Wrong Turn 3 Left 4 Dead. After 2, the franchise just started dropping in quality, and this was the film that started it. You're going to CGI now with a lot of the kills and everything, and they tried mixing it with practical effects, but I just don't think it mixed very well. Most of the characters in here were forgettable. The guy that was an asshole in here, I thought did a decent performance, but he was kind of funny at some parts. He'd shoot and then run away. And then you had Nate, Brandon, and Alex, the final 3 people that survived. They were all right. The writing stopped dropping. I think Declan O'Brien directed this film, and I don't like what he did with the franchise. But if you're looking for kills, this has kills. Especially enjoyed one where a dude got hung up by barbed wire and driven down the road by Three Finger. And 3-Toe, who was like introduced in 2 as a baby, he doesn't get a lot of spotlight in this film because he dies within like the first 30 minutes of this film, and that was such a waste of his character. I hated it. So overall, this film was just like very bland. Like I wouldn't say you'd have a bad time watching it. It just got very bland most parts. So yeah, Wrong Turn 3 is in my number 5 spot. Okay, so now we're getting into my number 4 pick. And I kind of struggled between this and another film that you will see right above this. And I started having second doubts on it, and it was still a pretty good film, but not as good as the other 3 that I have above this. And that's going to be Wrong Turn, the 2021 remake. I have much to say about this. I did enjoy how they kind of went a whole nother direction, ignored the hillbilly incest plot, and went in a new foundation, no pun intended, the foundation, with like a cult thing. You got Matthew Modine in here, who played the father for Jen, and I thought he did a pretty amazing job. If you don't know who Matthew Modine is, he played Papa in Stranger Things. Then you had Charlotte Vega in here as Jen. I thought she did a pretty good job. Most of the people in here did a pretty good job. However, the foundation itself, I thought was kind of a bland antagonist type of role, especially the main guy who was just like supposed to be this dick character, which he still was a dick in this film. But most of the foundation cult members I really didn't find interesting. And I gotta be honest with you, you felt bad seeing these people die because they just went in a complete wrong direction. No pun intended. But this still takes place in Virginia, you know, the Virginia, West Virginia type things, the Appalachian Mountains. They do reference a Cannibal Hillbilly thing towards the end of this film. Like they're watching a movie in the film, and they reference that they're watching a film about cannibal hillbillies in the woods killing people, which of course is a reference to the original film. And I thought that was kind of funny. The ending though was actually a happy ending, and you felt so happy to see the main character finally win. Even in the post-credit scene, you actually get to see what happens. So overall, I mean, it wasn't a terrible film. I just didn't really enjoy the main antagonists in here. Like, I just thought the foundation was just kind of boring, and you know, you didn't really get to see him till like most of the way through the film. So yeah, this is my number 4 pick. Not great, but you know, it's not bad. I'd still enjoy it if I watched it again. Okay, now we're getting into my number 3 pick. And my number 3 pick is going to go to Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings. Not a terrible prequel film. I did enjoy seeing how the, you know, cannibals were introduced in here. They went a lot more practical than they did with 3. So that's a step up. I think this is probably Declan O'Brien's best film out of the 3 he directed. This is probably his best one. The characters in this film, they were, for the most part, enjoyable. I didn't enjoy most of them, or a couple of them I didn't enjoy, but for the most part, they were pretty fun to watch. And you felt terrible for Daniel when he got like filleted halfway through the film. The hillbillies themselves, I thought much better performance than 3. And the ending actually made me feel really terrible. Sort of, you know, just, I was really hoping they would survive, but unfortunately, none of the protagonists did. Which, I mean, you'd expect that from a prequel. This is the first prequel film, then you had 5 and 6. This is probably the best prequel film out of that whole franchise. So yeah, Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings, my number 3. Okay, now my 1 and 2 pick, I kind of struggled with, but eventually I was able to choose. And my number 2 pick is going to go to Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. Henry Rollins, great performance in here. You had a few people from Final Destination 3, the same actors. They came in here and did a pretty nice job. I thought the 2 final 3 or 2 protagonists, I enjoyed them. The kills in here were amazing. Probably one of the best kills I think this had like this increased the gore a lot from 1. I'm gonna just say that. Henry Rollins, I think he did an amazing job as like this commando army guy. He knew how to fight back against the cannibals. Then you had Ken Kersinger as playing one of the cannibals. Three Finger was back in here from 1. You got introduced to Three Toe as a baby. Of course, he got wasted in 3. But I did like the spin, how they did on Halloween Resurrection. It's sort of like a reality TV show type premise. I did enjoy that aspect of it. And yeah, Wrong Turn 2, Dead End, pretty solid film. Would recommend it. Probably the best sequel in this franchise. And of course, that leaves me with my number 1 pick. And you guys probably knew this by elimination, process of elimination. That's going to be the original Wrong Turn, released in 2003. And all the 5 films came in this pack. But I still think Wrong Turn 1 was probably the best out of the whole franchise. Chris was an amazing protagonist. I enjoyed him in this film. The hillbillies were at their best in this film, in my opinion. And the kills, you know, they were short and sweet. I like kills short and sweet, but if you have to drag them out, they better be good and use a lot of practical effects. This film, I think, used the most practical effects out of any Wrong Turn, that and 2. But overall, I think the guy who played Three Finger in this film also played Death in Supernatural, so that was pretty fun to know. And the ending, I think this would have been a great standalone film if they didn't have that post-credit scene with Three Finger surviving. But, you know, this led to a shitty franchise. But the original, I don't think anything tops the original here in this franchise. So, yeah, Wrong Turn 1, the original from 2003, is going to be my number 1 pick. I just really enjoyed it overall. So, that has been my ranking on the Wrong Turn franchise. Let me see if... There we go. That has been my ranking. Hope you guys enjoyed me covering this franchise. It was a struggle to get through on like the last few films. The remake did do it some justice though as a finale. However, let me know everyone's thoughts, or please let me know your thoughts on this franchise down in the comment section down below. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on these films. Thank you all so much for watching these with me, or watching my reviews on this franchise. And I want to let you all know I'm going on vacation next week, so I probably won't be posting anything until I get back. So until then, I will see you guys later. And if you have any recommendations on what I should cover next month in July after I get back from vacation, let me know down in the comment section down below as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. So God bless and have a great rest of your week. Bye, everyone. God bless.